We're back, guys, for another episode of First Play, the show, not the game. It is a game, but the show where we play a game and learn the rules for the first time.
And lose horribly,
probably,
and mess up. Horribly.
Yes, that's part of the game, right? I mean, this is the first time we played this game. We're going to read the rules as we go. We just set it up basically, which was a relatively quick setup. It wasn't too bad, kind of situation. So Shelby over here will be playing
Pride,
the Sin. So apparently so the game comes with two sins, which are rolled for the bad guy or girl in this case. And you pick Pride. What was the other one in the box? Sloth. And there's a whole bunch of expansions, so you can do the other 7 sins. And apparently there's more. Was there more characters? There's more acolytes, like different sects.
Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff to play.
Yeah. But we're just playing with the base game right now, kind of situation. So, I'm John. That's Josh. That's Mike. We lost Ivan for now. We don't know. He went to work.
Yeah, he got
crazy guy. Congratulations, Ivan. All right. Okay, so we set it up, and now we're going to proceed to try to save the world from Shelby, because Shelby is evil.
Basically. So the idea is that in order for the heroes to win, they have to accomplish missions that are on the mission board for the story we are playing. We're playing the one that was suggested in the rulebook as the first one you played when you played for the first time. Yep. For me to win, I have to defeat a number of heroes. So there are 7 heroes on a team. There are 3 starting heroes. There are 4 in the reserve. When they die, they replace their hero with a new one from the reserve. When the reserve is depleted and then the next kill is made, I win, basically.
Yep. We have basically 4 extra lives.
Right. Okay.
Interesting.
So you want me to read the mission real quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Heaven's Last Stand. I guess we should specify there's different types of story. This is a terror story.
Yeah, there are 3 different types of missions, and it's in the rulebook as part of the setup. So there's terror, which is like more combat-based and action. It's straightforward. There's corruption, which is stories that focus on the hero's struggle to resist the corruption and rid the city of it. And then there's redemption. Those stories focus on saving the city from various crises and specific missions.
Okay. So this is, again, a terror story, so it's going to be mostly combat-y. Okay, so after being set back in their efforts to corrupt heaven from within, the Hell Club called upon the other realms to bathe the city in its own blood. The heroes need to hunker down and stop the unclean forces of the apocalypse. All right? Okay, so let's go with the rules.
So the game is played over a series of rounds, and each round goes through the following steps. At the start of the round, we resolve beginning of round story tasks, if there are any, and decide who the first hero is going to be. Heroes then take turns spending a turn token, moving and taking an action, or taking an action and then moving. You can move up to 2 spaces. Actions start a fight or cleanse the area, and use district city actions. I'm assuming we're going to go over all of these in a minute. Then the Sin reacts by spending a reaction token, moving a monster up to 2 spaces, starting a fight with the current hero. End of the round, we resolve all end of round story tasks, summon monsters, draw extra Sin cards, and reset all tokens. So, start of round. Beginning of round story tasks. Each storyboard lists 1 or more specific tasks that need to be executed at the beginning of every round. These are generally executed by the Sin player, and he decides how to execute them. They usually involve placing new tokens on the board, but each story has its own peculiarities.
So, at the start of each round, you place the following tokens, each one on a different space. Okay. So you're going to need a stack of these. I'm just going to set them aside for you.
A whole bunch over here.
Yeah.
Alright. So I guess we can put one of these here. That seems important. We'll put a fire over by that far hobo, I guess. And put those there.
Seems a lot to deal with.
Okay.
Right.
Don't really know what they do yet. But
I don't either, but you placed them. Oh, wrong one.
Decide who the first hero is. The hero players collectively decide which hero will be the first to take his turn this round. At the start of each new round, a different hero can be chosen as the first to go. Okay. Here, each hero has 2 turn tokens at his disposal. This means that each hero will take at least 2 turns each round. Heroes take one turn at a time, starting with the hero chosen to go first, with play proceeding in a clockwise order. You flip one of your hero tokens, meaning that you've activated it, obviously. If a hero has an extra turn token at his disposal, he can choose to discard it instead of flipping a turn token in order to take a turn. Let me read that again. If a hero has an extra turn token in his possession, he can choose to discard it instead of flipping a turn token in order to take a turn.
Oh, I see.
I give out extra turns, basically. That's my thing. So you can choose to...
Unused extra turn tokens will remain with the hero from round to round, so they can choose to save them to spend whenever it is most convenient.
There's more
but then you have less turns.
No. At the start of your first turn each round, give any hero an extra turn token. I don't think it comes from mine.
Maybe we should use these.
Yeah, I could probably use my extra reaction.
Because the blue ones would go to the starting heroes if there are 4 of them. There's
Yeah.
We can use these as extras.
Yeah.
As extras.
Just says extra.
Okay. Okay, heroes can only take a single turn at a time.
Oh, John, right there in front of
Play
you.
passes to the next hero in clockwise order.
Oh, these
If
are maybe
both
plus
of the
one.
hero tokens are spent, they have no extra tokens to discard. They cannot take a turn. If a hero still has any active turn tokens available, he must flip it and take a turn, even if he decides to do nothing during his turn.
okay.
Move and take an action. During his turn, the hero can move and take an action, or take an action and then move. The move cannot be interrupted by the action and then resumed afterwards. The entirety of the move must be resolved either before or after taking the action.
Okay.
So in performing his movement, the hero figure may be moved up to 2 spaces across the board. See movement in chapter on page 30 to learn about how to move. Because there's not really squares or
No, I don't
things
see
on
that
here.
at all. Yeah,
So
it's
I'll
pretty freeform.
check that out. Okay, take an action. Either before or after moving, the hero can take one action. This action can be used to either start a fight or cleanse an area. Each turn, the hero can only perform a single one of these. He may also choose to do nothing with his action. Heroes will often need to kill monsters around them to accomplish story missions or to clear the way so they can move without being wounded. When they start a fight, the hero engages in combat with all the monsters in a single space to try to kill them. Most fights are between the current hero and all the monsters sharing his space. If a hero has the ranged ability, he may also be able to start a fight with monsters in a space far from his own. See the fight chapter on page 33 to learn about starting a fight. Okay, cleansing an area. As the game progresses, several different hazards will appear throughout the board, hindering the hero's movement and empowering the forces of sin. By cleansing an area, the hero will try to remove harmful tokens from the space he currently occupies. Cleansing an area allows the hero to remove any of the round exploration tokens from his space. This includes corruption, fire, pentagrams, and nest tokens.
Yeah.
Of course, the permanent tokens printed on the tiles can never be removed. The hero rolls a number of hero dice equal to his skill stat. See the dashboard explanation on page 20. Each other hero sharing the same space grants +1 die to his roll. See rolling dice on page 32. The hero may choose to take corruption in order to boost his roll. See taking corruption on page 38. This is going to be one of them games.
Yeah.
For each I result rolled, the hero may remove 1 face-up exploration token from his space. The hero gets to choose which token he'd like to remove. Any other results rolled have no effect, though the sword with the wings on it, whatever that icon is, still allows an extra die to be rolled and can be turned into an I result.
That's the fate symbol, the organization symbol. Yeah.
It's like a sword, sword of wings. Yeah. Alright. City actions, that was that token everybody got. The city itself is always ready to offer some support to the heroes defending it. At any point during his turn, a hero may choose to use the city action offered by the district space he is currently occupying.
Oh.
This can be done as the first thing on their turn, the last thing on their turn, before or after taking an action, and even between moves. The city action does not count as a single action each hero can perform each turn. It can be performed even if there are monsters in the district. To perform the city action, hero takes a city action token and places it in the city action slot of the district he currently occupies. Since each hero has a single city action token, each hero will only be able to do this once per round. Each district also has only a single city action slot available, so once a hero has placed his token in the district, no other heroes in that district can use the city action until the next round.
Got it.
Okay. Placing the city action token on the district in the district city action slot activates all of the district's visible city actions. The current hero execute all of these actions listed one at a time in any order they choose. If there are multiples of the same type of city action listed, the action is executed multiple times. Here's what each city action does. So there's a healing one. It looks like a cross with the...
Caduceus.
Yep. The one that looks like a church is Repent. So the healing one is to heal 1 wound. The Repent one, the current hero may move the tentacle marker on his corruption track down a level.
Okay.
The +1 with an arrow is you get to take an extra turn and place that next to your hero dashboard. The one that looks like a chest is inventory. The current hero may take 1 upgrade card from the upgrade inventory and place it next to his hero dashboard. Immediately draw the next card from the deck to replace it. There is no limit to the number of upgrade cards each hero may have, and all of their abilities are always in effect.
With the exception of the pile.
Yeah.
I do have a question about setup.
Okay. The satellite dish.
Yeah.
Orbital strike.
Right here. It's right here.
The current hero moves 1 orbital strike token of his choice up to 2 spaces away. He may then automatically kill a single acolyte or abomination standing in the same space as the orbital strike token.
Okay.
Note that this is not a fight. The orbital strike token moves following the normal movement rules, though it ignores all tokens and figures and cannot use the metro to move between spaces. Orbital strike tokens also can't cross empty spaces between separate tiles, so if a group of tiles doesn't contain an orbital strike token, no orbital strikes can occur there.
What you did?
Only got 2. Orbital strike there, orbital strike there.
It says it can only...
It can move.
Yeah, but it says it cannot cross empty spaces between separate tiles. So, like, it can't say it can't go
from here, here, here.
Yeah.
Oh, empty spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to wait a minute.
Right. Okay. Sin reactions. Unlike the hero players, the Sin player doesn't always have a turn per se. He must decide when to intervene with the flow of the game by spending his reaction token to react to a specific hero's turn. The Sins player has at his disposal a number of reaction tokens equal to the number of heroes in play. Sin cards. The Sin player can also play a single Sin card from his hand during each turn. That includes the hero's turn and the Sin's reaction to it. Learn all about the Sin cards on page 24. Okay, so I spend a reaction token just like you spend an action token. I can then use them to move a monster. I can move a monster up to 2 spaces away. Start a fight with the current hero. This fight is only between the current hero and the monster in his space, and the monsters in his space. The Sins player cannot start a fight against a different hero from the one who just finished their turn. Whether the monster that was just moved takes part in the fight or not is irrelevant. Okay. The round ends when all heroes have spent all of their turn tokens and nobody wishes to spend any remaining extra turn tokens. If the Sins player still has any active reaction tokens, he may react to the last hero's turn taken. However, if he still has any active reaction tokens after that, they cannot be spent this round and are wasted.
Wow, so you only get 1 last move.
Yeah.
You can't save all 3 of them.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So, end of round story tasks. Each storyboard lists 1 or more specific tasks that needs to be executed at the end of every round. These usually involve raising the apocalypse track, depending on specific events that took place during that round. See the apocalypse track. Okay. Summon monsters. The Sin player will take a number of dead monsters equal to the number of heroes in play and place them back on the board. So I'm only going to replace 3 things, so even if you kill more every round. There are more dead monsters than the hero number. You can choose which one you want to summon. Okay. Only monsters that were killed by may be summoned at this point. Monsters that have not yet entered play cannot enter the game during this step, so make sure to keep the dead monsters separate from those that have not entered play yet. Well, the only one that hasn't entered play is big guy. So,
The big guy.
He is big.
Big guy.
That is such a cool miniature.
It is super cool.
He's got butt cheeks too, though. Yeah. There you go. Enjoy.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Nice pokey.
I so want a miniature like that.
Monsters are summoned onto unblocked nest tokens. Okay. Whether permanent or physical tokens. Each nest token is blocked by a single monster figure in the same space. So if a space with 2 nest tokens are to be summoned in that space,
Hey.
only a single monster may be summoned there. So if there's 2 nest tokens, which are the round
The green
green
ones.
ones, in one space, I still can only summon 1 monster in that space, even if there's 2 tokens there.
It just
So,
gives
so
back.
you can only summon into the green spots.
Yes.
And you have 1 permanent and 3 temporaries.
Yes, that is how it looks right now.
Okay, so getting rid of the temporary ones is kind of makes them only come in there.
Yep.
Only 1 at a time.
Right. And then I draw.
That's a monster
back up
control.
to 5 at the end
She gets
of
to
the
add
round.
1 every turn, though. So
I know, but it's a monster control issue.
Discard
If we can
it,
get rid of all of them, she's only got 2 every turn.
automatically punished.
We only have to worry about 2 monsters coming in.
Yeah.
Each round, I draw an extra sim card for each space containing an altar token, as long as there are no heroes in the same space as the altar. Okay, so if there's no heroes in the same space as the tentacles, right? Or is it the?
What's the altar? These?
There are 3 altar tokens on the board. I think those are altars. The square.
There's only 2.
corruption ones, yeah. That says the example. There are 3 altars on the board. 2 of them are spaces with heroes, so you only get to gain 1 extra card. Okay. At the very end, we reset tokens. Each hero will flip both of their turn tokens, and yada yada yada. Unite or fall. When a hero players are collectively deciding something, whether it be a mission to undertake next, or which option imposed to them by a sin card to take, or any other effect, if they cannot come to a unanimous decision, then the sins player will decide for them. Okay, cool. Okay, don't need to know any more about the components, I don't think. I need to know about movement.
So it sounds like our actual first mission is we have to equip number of players, so 3 upgrade cards in order to complete this mission.
So the spaces are parts of the boards that are in between the crosswalks.
Oh, this is a Carcassonne thing.
That's 1. This is 1.
And then
this is 1.
the
And then the
room
building
is
is 1.
So you kind
So
of
the
look
room
at
is
it much like a Carcassonne.
Yeah, so those are
these are the
areas.
borders
Yeah.
between spaces.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's one area.
Yeah.
This is another area.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yep. So those are spaces.
I lost a tentacle already.
So those are spaces, but what is there designated doors?
I'm not seeing a designated door.
So if you're in one of these rooms, you can go to any of the
Yeah, 'cause
adjacent.
they're not really a room. It's a district of the city kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
it looks like
So
there's multiple
There's
rooms.
no like door. You can come in from any side. Is what it looks like.
Oh, okay. That makes it simple.
Yeah, big blocky areas. So I guess that's
So
how
if you were
the
moving,
orbital
so
strike works.
if you were in here, and you got to move 2, you could move into this empty space, disregarding
Yeah,
that, and
there.
then jump into there
Yep.
Yeah.
as a 2-space move.
Yes.
Or you in this empty space also allows you to move into here,
Yes.
or this empty space to that empty space.
Nope.
Things like that. Okay, so that's why these guys are spread out. There's like 1 in every, in
Yeah.
virtually
they're
every,
controlling
almost every
area,
empty
yeah.
space has 1 in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically, is what it looks like. Okay, let's see. Did you have a question about setup?
Well, not really set up. I think this is, now that I look at it, I think this is
The mission.
So it says 1, and we got a tentacle on it. Gear up. Equip. It's got a hashtag, which is number. I'm guessing players upgrade cards. So I'm reading
Yeah.
this as in we need to equip 3
3
upgrade
between
cards in order
those.
for to proceed. But then I don't understand if we have to complete both these missions on the side in order to proceed down here, or
Okay.
either
Well, I
or.
found the missions thing, so let's
Okay,
go from
cool.
there. Okay, accomplishing the set of missions presented by the chosen story is how the hero players win the game. At the start of the game, the heroes must accomplish the task proposed by mission number 1. Once they fulfill that, they move to mission 2.
All right.
So are there 2 options for 2?
Yes.
2A and 2B. Yeah.
Okay. As the heroes accomplish test set by current mission, they move the tentacle marker on the mission track. Blah, 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 blah. At different points in each story, the mission branches into two different options. When one of those branching options is reached, the hero player must unanimously decide which option to take. Once the path is chosen, it becomes the current mission, and the other option is permanently out of the game.
If we don't agree, then
so
the Sin player decides.
Okay.
So once you complete the first mission,
I remember her saying that. So.
All right. Well.
All right. So the first thing we have to do is run around and activate.
We have to equip 3 cards. You have to equip 3 gear.
So there's 1 chest there and 2 over there.
Yeah.
And there's another one over there.
Yeah, it seems far away.
So
at different points in each story, there will be special events marked in the path. Is there a special events marked?
Summon the Avatar.
Okay, there you go. That's when the big guy comes out.
Oh, after
mission 2
to go to the final.
Mission 3. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So is this our starting spot?
I think so. That's our organization.
Apocalypse track. SIM card tokens.
There's our glossary at the very back. And I think the subways we probably need to look at, but I'm guessing they connect.
Yeah, metro tokens mark spaces for which heroes can take the metro in order to move quickly across the board.
So you can go all the way over there if you want.
A hero can move from one metro token to the other of the same colors if they were adjacent spaces.
Cost 1. Okay. Yeah. But stepping out of here would be 1, 2.
2. Yeah.
And then you're done.
Still, you can travel across the board that way.
Well, yeah. Okay. And you step right into a fire.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, we have to find out what the effect of all this moving through stuff or into stuff or whatever. Because if you moved into the fire, you could take an action to put the fire out, I presume, or something of that nature.
Here we are with movement. Okay. So when a hero or monster moves, they move up to 2 spaces across the board. Figures we move only between adjacent spaces. Any spaces that share an edge between them are considered adjacent. Diagram below could show several possible moves, yada yada yada. Some maps present groups of tiles separate from those. Oh, okay. See, so this was when we were talking about the aerial strike. There's some of them have like a tile that's completely separate from.
Yeah.
There's like one that's like floating here with
floating
a picture
in midair.
So you can't move that orbital strike
you can't
there.
move across the empty space, basically. If a hero was in possession of the Raven token, he could move the extra space during his movement. Okay. Using the metro, we went over fire and corruption. Just standing in a space containing a fire or corruption token has no direct effect on the hero. However, when a hero moves in or out of a space containing fire or corruption, they may be affected by them. The Sins player makes a fire or corruption check to determine the outcome depending on which tokens are present.
Okay, so I understand that this is a fire token. What's the other token?
Corruption, it's that tentacle-y thing.
These guys right
Yeah,
here.
Is that what they're?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think our setup had us using them.
Oh, I'll look, but I don't think so. I thought it was these. I don't know what these are.
Those
Those
are
are the
Altars.
There's 2 corruptions, it says.
Okay, where are they?
I don't see them.
Are there?
See, I thought it.
Oh, there's one printed permanently on that tile.
Oh, they're right
there.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all over that
But
damn
if
place.
there's 2 listed as tokens, there should be tokens somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't see them. I thought it was these 2 because it said 2 corruption. I was like, oh, okay. If that's the case, I mean,
There's corruption all over the
yeah,
place.
the second we walk out of a space, we're going to be testing.
You
for
step
corruption.
in, corruption
be-
everywhere,
be
and
in
you
it
can't get
doesn't-
rid of them.
No.
So for fire checks,
Maybe there's a rule that says that she gets to put them where she wants.
I thought that was part of the.
But there's no pictures of corruption tokens on here.
Well, there's one in the middle there, but it's not a token. It's
Yeah.
it's the permanent
Right,
imprint.
But it lists up in the list,
it's-
right? It says 2 corruption tokens,
Yeah, but they're not.
but they weren't. But there's no picture there to put them.
Okay, so
Question: do you see? Does it say 2 altars?
And maybe the green ones are the corruption ones.
Yeah, because
well, the book tells you what tokens are what.
Right. Does that tell us what those are?
No, that just says to cleanse the area. There's another page that says
There's not a glossary to the boxes.
No, the only book is that book.
Oh, those
Okay,
are
so it's
nests.
the green one.
Yeah,
These
the
are
green
nests.
ones are corruption.
Okay.
Okay, so we did that right.
Green ones are corruption tokens.
So
Yeah.
this one and this one? Is that
Okay, so-
these are her nests, which means
Yeah.
Alright, I'm so confused. Then.
Well, but there's permanent nests all over the place.
Yeah.
so we can't stop her from spawning stuff because that's where you spawn her, are the nests.
Yeah, but if there's a hero there, I can't spawn there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
not
there's-
really a lot.
Yeah.
You got like 1,000 nests.
Yeah, so much for
Right. For human
So-
beings,
yeah, I mean,
so the
So-
green things are corruption
so-
tokens.
green things are corruption.
Basically, we have two potential ways to, once we've done gearing up, we either clear the abomination, which is you have to destroy 3 abomination in fights in the same round. So
In the same round.
in fights, so we can't use the orbital to fight them in the same round. Or we have to clear the hive, which means we need to remove 3 pentagram tokens from monster-free spaces.
From monster free. So kill the monsters, then remove the token.
That's,
So fight, then cleanse. Yeah, okay.
so one of the two.
Okay, so when rolling for fire or corruption checks, so fire checks, I roll the number of dice equal to the number of fire tokens in the space.
Okay. Bigger the
Being
fire.
left or entered, including both permanent and physical tokens. For each fist on my result, the hero will take a wound. This can't be canceled by your defense. The tentacle results have no effect. And
Okay.
then blanks, I'm assuming, are also no effect. So,
Uh,
okay. For corruption check, the sim player will roll a number of dice equal to the number of corruption tokens in the space. For each tentacle
yeah.
result, 1 corruption.
That made sense.
Fist results have no effects, although a fist with a fire behind it, which just means like critical hit, can still cause an extra die to be rolled. In a single move, a hero may leave a space containing both fire and corruption and enter a space containing both fire and corruption. Sim players should make separate rolls for each one, obviously. Okay.
So entering and leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
entering and leaving. Spaces with monsters.
So it
When a
behooves you to
hero-
get rid of those tokens.
When a hero moves out of a space containing a number of monsters, you will automatically take 1 wound per... No, just 1 wound. Okay. See, taking wounds, page 40. It doesn't matter how many monsters there were in the space or their type, the hero only
So
suffers
leaving a
1
monster
wound.
only.
Yep.
It whacks you on the way out.
Yep. Monsters are always intent on destroying any heroes they encounter, therefore they are completely unable to move out of a space if there are any heroes in the space. Sims player cannot move a monster out of a hero-occupied space for any reason, not even to retaliate after a distant hero performs a ranged attack against the monster space. Okay. Rolling dice. For your guys' dice, if you're rolling and you get the tentacle with a circle and a line through it, you are canceling 1 of my tentacle results. I'm guessing this is when we're fighting. The shield is obviously defense. You cancel out 1 of my fists. The eye is a skill. You remove 1 exploration token from your space. The sword with the wings is faith. Immediately roll an extra die. If that die also results in a sword with wings, you get another extra die, and so on.
Okay.
Okay, after all dice have been rolled, the hero can then turn all of those swords with wings into any result.
Okay, I was like, what's the point? I keep adding, but what's that do? Okay, that's cool.
Teamwork. Whenever a hero makes any kind of dice roll, they get +1 die for each other hero in their space.
Nice.
You might want to stay together.
That might not be
Corruption. Whenever a hero makes any kind of dice roll, he may first choose to take corruption in order to boost his roll. See a different page for that. Alright, when we fight, do you guys just want to start?
I need to know how we get dice in the first place because I have,
Okay, so both the heroes and the Sims players start a fight in order to kill each other. Figures and blah 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 blah. It is very important to note that when a hero starts a fight, he does so against all the monsters in his space. He doesn't attack just a specific monster. Similarly, when the Sims player starts a fight, I do so with all monsters in that space containing the current hero. Fights are resolved in the same way no matter whether they are started by the hero or the Sins player. The current hero takes a number of hero dice equal to his fight stat.
So,
Which
fist is 2 dice.
Uh-huh.
What's the eyeball is?
It's skill.
And if it's grayed out, you don't have it? Because I have 2 of them that are blue and one that's a gray shadow of itself.
I think that's defense.
That's your passive ability. So you have, because I have one shield.
The gray one is just defense.
Yeah, I have one built in.
Yeah,
okay.
Also great.
Yeah.
So the fight, regardless. Yeah, I have ranged.
Yeah, so do I. I'm guessing it's just.
So 2 fight. I start with 2 dice.
Yeah, take your 2 dice, plus you add 1 for any other hero in your space.
Okay,
If
now
you're in possession of a commissioner token, you will add +1 to your dice. You add any other extra dice you might be able to get from your natural ability or upgrade cards in your possession.
right.
And then if you choose to take corruption, you add any extra dice your corruption track might offer. See taking corruption on page 38.
Well, we're going to need to know that because if these are cumulative or only for the spot you're sitting in.
Right. See page 38.
I presume they're cumulative.
Taking corruption. With the Sins taking over the world, corruption has become a terrible power to be reckoned with. Heroes can try to embrace the corruptive forces in order to draw the amazing power that comes from it. But if they are careless, corruption will consume their bodies until there's nothing left of them, or worse, turn them into monsters. All hero dashboards show a corruption track along the bottom. The tentacle marker that starts the game in a level 1 spot will mark the hero's corruption level throughout the game. Heroes may take corruption in 2 distinct ways, forced or voluntary. Voluntary, let's go over that first. Whenever a hero is about to make a dice roll, whether to fight or cleanse an area, he may choose to take one voluntary corruption in order to get the bonuses granted by his corruption track. The hero must always choose whether to take corruption or not before any dice are rolled. He cannot do it afterwards. If he decides to take corruption, raise his corruption level by 1, blah blah blah. When the hero takes corruption in any way, and only then, he adds to his current roll all of the bonuses visible on his corruption track under the corruption level he reached and all the levels before that.
Yep, there we go.
So it's cumulative. Level 1 is no effect, level 2 is +1 die, level 3 is +1 defense, level 4 is +1 hit.
They're all the same.
Level 5 is +1 die, level 6 is +2 hits, level 7, the result of your choice, +1 result of your choice, either hit, skill, defense, or counter corruption.
There's got to be negative effects to this corruption.
Yeah, if you get more than you have on your track, you're dead.
Yeah, because you can be forced to take corruption. A hero takes forced corruption as a result of the Sin's actions. It may be from unfortunate corruption check while moving through corrupted spaces. It may be the outcome of a fight against the Sin's monster, or it may be the result of a Sin card, Sin power, or story effect. Each time a hero takes 1 corruption this way, he raises his corruption level by 1. This grants no benefits to the hero, only bringing him closer to being consumed, though he may become proportionally more powerful when he takes a voluntary corruption.
Yep.
Once a hero's corruption level is at 7, it cannot be raised any further. At this point, each time his hero would be forced to take corruption, he will take a wound instead. A hero at maximum corruption is unable to take voluntary corruption again unless he first lowers his corruption through a city action or other means. If the hero reached the maximum level of corruption, he automatically kills any innocent tokens in his possession, removing them from the game. In corruption story games, at the end of the hero's turn, if he is at maximum corruption, he must reveal his Dark Pact card, but that's nothing to do with this story.
Okay, so
We don't have innocent tokens in this game either.
a fight question. Ranged, how does it work? Since
We have 2 ranged people. Excuse me. I also don't know how this mission progress chart works.
well, it might be to keep track of.
Well, when you complete it, you put that.
No, I mean the bottom might be counting.
Range fight.
If you have to count 3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, range fight. If a hero has a ranged ability, either naturally or is granted by an upgrade card, he may start a fight against a monster in a space far from his own. To start a ranged fight, the hero needs to have line of sight, to the targeted space. The border between the indoor districts and the outdoor street spaces block line of sight. Therefore, ranged fights cannot occur if the hero is inside a district or if he wishes to target a monster inside of a district. Ranged fights only occur in the streets. Okay.
So it's not all that great then.
Well,
The hero can target any street space in a straight line, no matter how far it is. Any figure in a space between the hero and the targeted space do not affect line of sight in any way. Line of sight is unable to go around corners or through districts or empty spaces between tiles. So that straight street.
Yeah, so this long street over here and this long street over here are where ranged is really going to come into effect.
But you only pick one space to target.
Right, but like figures in between don't block your line of sight.
So you could shoot
I
all the way down
understand.
here if you want.
I understand that, but you don't get them all. You just
No.
pick the one that's way.
Yeah.
But can you shoot into the space you're in? Indoor, you can't. Apparently, you just said.
Well,
No,
I
you
said
can.
You can't shoot through.
Right,
the
so
wall.
if you're here, you can't shoot into here. But if you're in here, you can shoot.
Yeah.
Well,
I can read it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did I read it? To start a ranged fight, the hero needs to have line of sight to the targeted space. The border between the indoor districts and the outdoor street blocks the line of sight. Therefore, ranged fights cannot occur if the hero is inside a district or if he wishes to target the monsters inside of a district, but he is not in. So
That he's not
not
in.
in.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
so all right. So you can shoot the space you're in.
yeah, you can shoot the space.
I was
you're
going,
in.
wait a minute, okay.
Okay.
And this being the only empty space to start with, I guess that's probably where we're starting, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Ranged fight is resolved just like a normal fight with a few fundamental differences. The hero rolls first and applies his results. If any of the monsters are killed, they are immediately removed from the board. Then if any monsters in the targeted space survive, then they move up to 2 spaces and try to fight back against the hero. Normal movement rules apply, so these monsters can't leave a space that is occupied by another hero. In case the monsters are unable to reach the space occupied by the current hero, they do not move at all.
Well, there you go.
Well, but that could be
Because
blocking.
so apparently when you start a fight, you automatically get to strike back a melee fight.
I think when it's a melee fight, we're both rolling at the same time. I was gonna read that next.
So the difference is you can pre-kill somebody before they get to you with range. But if I was to be here and shoot all the way to this guy and I missed, he would hop 2 spaces and
unless there's a hero in between you and him.
yeah. But because I have a pretty darn good. What does it take? Oh, you're rolling defense dice.
We're rolling dice. Yeah, we're rolling dice at the same time. So both players roll their dice simultaneously, resolving any extra dice rolls and special results explained in the rolling dice chapter. The hero adds all of his any extra results granted by the base defense ability upgrade cards in his possession.
Right.
So and so on. The Sin player adds all of his dice rolls and any extra granted things.
Right.
Blah, blah. You have to roll the tentacle with the circle around it to negate my tentacle.
Right.
You have to roll shields to negate my fist. So yeah, we're fighting at the same time, basically.
Okay, so then I have a question: do you have stats on your 2 peoples here?
Mm-hmm. The hobos, the
Yeah.
acolytes, they roll 2 dice and they have 2 defense.
Okay.
2 and 2. Okay.
Abominations are 3 and 3. The controller is 4 and 4, and the
Controller.
thing,
Avatar is 7
the guy
and 7.
with the black face.
4 and 4.
And then the big guy is 7 and 7.
Yeeks. So it takes you. Do the wounds accumulate during the round, or is it a one-time attempt and dead, or not?
I hope they accumulate, because otherwise.
Well, yeah, it's because you're 2 and 2. You need at least 2 through her defense.
Right.
But it's a defense of 2, so this automatically cancels the defense.
Did it say what their health was earlier?
It's this. I'm reading it right now. As indicated on their boards or cards, each monster type has a different defense rating, which might be improved by cards or other effects. In order to kill a monster, the hero must inflict upon it a number of hits equal to that hero's defense. Inflicting less than his has no effect, and those hits don't carry over to the next fight. Each monster needs to be killed in a single fight. So no.
Okay. But you're rolling defense dice?
She's rolling dice that also attack.
So to attack together, when let's say you have declared a fight on me, right?
Right.
You're gonna pick your number of dice.
Right.
I'm gonna then pick my number of dice. The Sins player adds together the fight stats of all the monsters on the space where the fight is taking place and takes that number of Sin dice. I add +1 die for each pentagram in the space. I may choose to play a start of fight Sin card if available. I add any other extra dice granted by my Apocalypse cards or Sin powers, anything that I have.
Right.
I roll at the same time.
I get that.
Okay.
So
we negate anything if there's anything to negate, which there's nothing in this roll. For each remaining fist on my roll, you take a damage. For each remaining tentacle on my roll, you take a corruption.
Yeah.
Then,
so
if you roll
great.
higher,
so you get to do double damage.
And if you rolled this equal to or higher, which if this was an acolyte's roll, you would kill the acolyte.
Yeah,
but you have an up. Do you can cancel fists with dice?
No, the defense is
I cannot
passive.
cancel fists with any dice.
Okay, that's where I was going with that. You have no added defense against the fist rolls. So basically, if I declare a ranged fight, I'm going to auto kill these guys because I get +2 fists to every ranged attack.
Right.
There you go.
That's where I was trying to get at is to where I auto kill all the little guys. It says kill shot, and if I roll one more fist, I'll kill the abominations. Mm-hmm. But then I'll take whatever she does to me if I don't kill it and it comes and gets me.
Well, I think
because you don't get
no.
As I understand the ranged attack, I'm just talking about ranged. Is I get first strike results with no retaliation on a ranged attack.
That's good.
Hero has a ranged ability.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes...
Ranged fight is resolved just like a normal fight with a few differences. The hero rolls first and applies his results.
Yeah. Okay, so I get first strike.
They automatically go off the board, yes.
So I have a first strike roll. So with my combat stat, I get to roll 2 dice, and there's fist is like 1/6 chance, or
but
plus
you also got the sword.
The sword. Oh, there's 2 fists, aren't there?
Yeah.
Plus the sword, so it's 50-50.
You got a 50-50 chance. That's not bad.
So if I'm rolling 2 plus 2, pretty good chance of killing an abomination with a shot.
Yeah, and if you have an extra player in your area, you're getting a bonus die.
Well, and you can take an automatic free corruption to get a bonus die. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Doable.
I got a good understanding now. So yeah, I need to.
So do we want to try to wing this? Are we at a point where we're gonna
I'm just trying to figure out where you guys start.
I think it's gotta be it. There's the only space. There's no monsters in here.
It's the only one that's unoccupied, and it has our faith token, which means
that's
what?
Starting space. Yeah, the faith token is starting space.
So we're all +1 at shooting.
So what's your special power, Miss Vampirus?
So I have. When a hero fights alone, I ignore 1 defense.
Oh, I was talking about the vampire.
Okay.
I know what he does. He's got the kill shot. I give you guys, at the start of your first turn each round, give any hero an extra turn token. So I give you guys any hero. I can give it to myself, I guess.
On the end of my turn, I automatically heal a wound.
Okay. So
at the end of your round.
That's nice.
Not my turn. End of my turn.
And what is a turn?
Turn versus round. Okay, that's pretty good healing if you've got 2 turns. If that's what.
So can you define? Does it define a turn versus a round? Because at the start of your first turn, each round, give any here.
Okay. These are turns.
Yeah, round,
okay.
Once you've used all your turns, you've
done
the round.
Yeah, so that's a healing. You get a heal. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good heal.
Has 2 turn tokens.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get to.
I get to give one of these.
You'll take at least 2 turns each round.
Everyone, yeah,
at
that start.
during your first turn. That's why it's the leader. You come out first and you give her one of those away right away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're pretty much in agreement. We need to go do city actions where there are chests.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. That's the first mission.
So
we have
it's-
to
I'll need
gear
to
up.
upgrade.
Yeah.
So there's 1, and 2.
That seems to be the space to be, obviously.
So, but
Keeping
every
in
time
mind-
you leave a monster space, it whacks you.
But clearing monsters doesn't sound like a bad
Well, you
idea.
can move, attack, and then finish your movement. I think is what
No.
it said earlier.
No,
No. It's move first,
It's-
then
yeah,
do the
full- you
action,
have to do the
or do
full
the
movement.
action,
You have
then
to-
do your move.
you don't. No, not a descent move.
No, not at all.
And we can't shoot from inside this building.
Okay, so you already put down the starter round
However-
extra tokens, right,
Yeah,
Shelby?
that's done.
Okay,
I'm trying to figure out though real fast the apocalypse track.
Oh, yes.
The apocalypse track marks the progression of the sin's power as the game goes on. The longer the heroes take to accomplish their missions, the stronger the sin will become. Game begins with the tentacle marker on 0 unless stated otherwise. The storyboard is supposed to tell me when the apocalypse goes up.
End of round. Raise the apocalypse track by 1,
Okay.
then raise it by
Every
1
round.
again if any number of heroes were killed in that round.
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna
That's
have
what I
to book
needed
it.
to know.
How big is that apocalypse track?
7.
So we got 7.
Well, no, she gets maximum ability at 7, and then
Oh.
it stops. I'm sure.
When the game Apocalypse reaches 7, the heroes don't immediately lose. The game just becomes incredibly difficult. At this point, the Apocalypse level can't be raised anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a seven
Incredibly difficult.
turn. Yeah. Well, okay.
7-round thing.
So
So keep in mind also, once a person's activated this, right, that turn, you can't do it again.
Until
I
we take
understand that.
tokens
Yeah.
back.
no, I totally got that. So all of us can't. Well, we can. We could jump there. And,
Yeah.
But I mean, you'd have to have extra actions to be able to.
Yeah.
To get to that one.
You just have to be on the tile, right, to activate the city thing. You don't have to be inside, right?
I think you have to be inside the city.
No, those are. Yeah, you have to be in the
You have
district.
to enter the
You would-
district, yeah.
You have to be in the district.
Because see, that's the district space. Not necessarily
So
the
the extra action, the only way that one's activated on turn 1 is by extra action. The same thing with that one. You have to have an extra action to be able to get to that one on turn 1. On this one, you can get to by going 1, 2, and then doing your city action or whatever. So this one's immediately accessible. So it's doable on turn 1. It's just it's going to take an extra action to get to that one.
And taking some licks. 'cause
And
you're
taking
gonna-
2
yeah.
licks as you bounce, and taking 2 wounds.
Yeah. Okay. So what's our course
And
of action?
entering the pentagram, whichever effect
That's a
that she
plus
gets.
1 dice for her. For each pentagram there, it's plus 1 die in the attack. On the fight.
So somebody can wander out there and get 2 pieces of equipment real quick. We need to get 3 total in the group.
Yep.
We can get more, but 3
Yeah.
is what we have to have.
Yeah, I just.
So that's, yeah. And each of us have the same amount of wounds.
Yeah, keeping in mind we're also going to be moving out of fire.
We're not moving out of fire at all.
No.
You move from here to here.
Oh, yeah, that space has fire. Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3. You have to be able to move 3 to get to that one.
But you had your corruption things on those too.
So it's going to take an extra action.
Yeah, and you also got this, which gives you plus 1 more.
So you're going to be hanging out and being potentially swarmed or ganged up on.
Right, so the big question is, do we clear out some monsters before we even do any of this other stuff?
So
In there we can do an orbital strike, and what was the other symbol?
+1 action.
Yeah.
It's very useful to do this
Yeah.
place here. Orbital strike, you got to move it 2 spaces and destroy the monster that's in that space.
Huh.
Correct? As
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yes.
That
So
seems useful.
So
to
you can
start.
do city action that doesn't cost one of your turns.
You gain an extra action.
It's, well, somebody
Yeah.
plops this down and then you gain an extra action. And,
I can
and
give
your
an
first
extra
action
action.
is get rid of the okay. So But then you're out in the.
Plus one
Does
more,
this require a cleansing to be able to pick up this token? Is that how that works out here, or what?
It's not in the cleanse thing, but I don't know how you pick it up.
Because apparently it's an extra space of movement, I think, or a flying movement or something.
Ravencorp is a powerful media empire whose influence extends far and wide. Their agents are very resourceful. When moving, a hero in possession may move an extra space. Let me see. During a hero's turn, if he's in the same space as this token, he may collect it for free and place it next to his hero dashboard. As long as this hero is in possession of this token, he benefits from the ability granted by the token. A single hero may have more than one of those tokens. This includes the commissioner, that token, and the other token.
Right.
So is that an enter the space and you pick it up, or
Yeah.
It's a free.
And does it have to be free of monsters to do it? Does it say anything on that?
I'm looking. I don't see anything about that.
So, question on a possible first turn.
Yeah. So the person that moves
At any
into
point during your turn, you may place it back down on the board.
so that gives you the 3 space movement.
See, I am also thinking. Okay, so first turn, for example, right? If I were to go first and activate that district, I can get rid of this guy. Then step in here, do a ranged attack here, and hopefully clear a path for somebody. Because I get an extra action, and I'm giving an extra action to somebody. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
It's a possibility. It's just, yeah.
Also, what's possible is somebody starts their first turn by going here, picking this up, getting being able to move 3, which means then going here and then going here, taking 2 wounds, ending up in this space, plop that down, pick up 2 cards.
Right. And the reason why I was saying if you do it the other way, you kill these 2. The person that goes next does that and doesn't take the licks. But keeping in mind that she can react.
That's what I'm saying. So that's, if you want to take 2 wounds and Mr. Healy boy just...
Oh, there's the vampire. I forgot she heals.
Yeah, at the end of her turn, he gets rid of one of the wounds.
Right, so
there is that.
Let's figure out a course.
And at the same token,
with your route, so we can
but by the same token, Mr. Healy girl or boy, whatever, can activate this, get rid of one of them, and only take 1 wound diving into that room, and then activate that and pick up 2 pieces of equipment. But the pieces of equipment need to go to who is the question. What's out there that benefits?
I think we all need to be getting equipment. So
yes, but I don't think I necessarily need a railgun. I've already got. You don't have ranged ability, do you? You could use the railgun, so you have ranged. That's what I'm talking about. So there are abilities granted that duplicate something that he and I already have. Yeah. So you should get the railgun as an example. But yeah, these all are.
Railgun's it's still really good for you guys because it adds additional dice to your rolls.
Yeah, but the idea of having each one of us having a ranged weapon isn't a bad idea.
And they're +1 on
all right,
to
so which
all
route do we want to
rolls
go?
if you are alone. Okay, cancels 1 success from fire or corruption token rolls. That's pretty good. Hazmat suit. They're all useful. Yeah.
I still vote. If I go first, I think I want to give the extra token to you. You're able to reach in here, right?
No. The only way to get there is to pick this up.
Right. If he goes and does that, and if I fail to kill this guy in the middle, he takes a wound. You get an extra token to do whatever you want with it, which is potentially take the railroad.
Okay, who's going to do this? We'll get it.
That's.
Oh, so you're going to do it. You're going to give one and then get one.
Yep.
That was mine.
That's fine with me.
Okay, let's do that. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, and you can react at any time, right?
I can play a sin card on each one of your turns, and each sin card has when I should play it.
Okay,
kind of thing.
So,
and then I can react after your turn is finished.
After my turn.
So the start of the turn starts by flipping a token.
Right.
Is that what happens? Mm-hmm. And then you can do at any time the city action during anywhere in the middle of the turn.
At the start of your first turn, each round, give any hero an extra turn. So you're going to try to go here. if you do that, pick up that, you'll be able to reach here in one
Well,
turn.
I can move 2, so I can move 1, 2, and I can move 1 on my second turn. Yeah.
No, if you pick this up,
Yeah, but if I grab that, it'll be there on the first turn.
Okay, so you don't need the extra.
so you're flipping one of your actions.
I did that. And then I'm gonna do that. That's the free action.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to take one turn. Then
Right.
The next person takes a turn. So by using a second turn,
he
can't do that right now.
He's not doing a second turn.
Right. Okay. You're doing a city thing then. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
So it should
doing
be done at any time.
he's doing his special power.
Yeah, which I did. I
Give
gave
me
it to him.
this.
Okay.
Then I did the city thing.
During his turn, he's placing the city thing down, which gives him an extra action.
And do the thingy.
And drops this somewhere.
So let's kill this thing. Okay.
Is it auto kill?
I believe it does, yeah. That was what I had read.
You can have your minion back. I'm sure he'll be back.
Yep, I'm sure.
Okay. And then that's it, right? I'm done with my.
You still have movement.
You still have your move and action.
Yeah.
So then
you
I
can
would
step
step out
outside.
and not take a
there, you
wound
could
and
shoot.
try to shoot this guy as my action.
And then don't you have to resolve this?
What?
The corruption thing.
There's a
from the
corruption
board.
here. You're stepping into a corruption
Okay.
space.
I think Shelby's got to roll die or something. You got to roll die.
I mean, right now I'm taking a
Yeah, so there's
corruption.
corruption
Sure.
walking
Mm,
all
I-
over. Pretty much everywhere out in the middle of this thing is corruption. Anywhere you go.
There's a different one where it's like rolling dice.
The whole city's corrupt.
Yeah, well, I think, and then I can go over to here and hit this one.
Let's put together.
And if he goes to there and gets 2 and I get 1, it's done.
Corruption.
And then we make our decision.
Oh wait, that's a nest. That's not corruption.
Oh, these are the nests?
Yeah.
That's a
Okay,
nest.
so you
So these are the corruption, remember?
No, the green
Green
ones.
tentacles.
These are the
All
corruption.
right.
So there's no test. These are nests.
Okay. So then, still part of this first turn.
So you
I am
can
going
you
to
can
shoot.
actually move into his spot without penalty if you wanted to, because you get to move 2 spaces, 1, 2, and shoot that one.
Okay.
Except you're gonna you'd start a fight. No, you want a ranged attack,
Yeah.
don't you? So you
Yep.
you want to shoot it before,
Yep.
but it's gonna take 3 wounds.
Okay. So I can
That-
voluntarily take.
I mean 2 wounds. It's gonna take 2 for the gray one.
I can voluntarily.
3 for the gray ones, 2 for the. You could
Right.
hit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking he's in the path, so I'm going to try to kill him to help.
So it takes 3.
Right. But I'm going to take a voluntary corruption for
Add
plus
dice.
1 die. Okay. So that's 4 dice.
Woo!
So let's hope.
So you're a combat master.
Yeah. Well, she's a chick with a
You don't
shotgun.
use that 3 defense, right?
No, I still rolled
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because he's doing a
Well,
Oh, he's doing a range.
Yeah,
he
okay.
rolls first.
so I got the 3 fists, and what was this?
You get to roll another dice, and you get to.
No, that's not it.
Oh, you negate
That's
a
negate
tentacle.
a tentacle.
Okay,
of
so I got
This
the
is a
3 hits.
this is a range
If
attack.
it's ranged, then it's nothing.
I got the 3 hits I needed.
kill it.
Your path is clear. You shouldn't have to take any wounds going in there. So that was my first turn.
Yep.
Now you can
Nice.
choose to react if you'd like to.
Right.
Like she could react and bring that acolyte in there and attack me, for example.
I could. Yes.
Could do those type of things. Yes.
Okay, so I see how that.
Yeah. This is kind of a handy
It sure is.
because you're giving 1. Is there any more +1s out there? No. Well, there's the healing central,
that's-
but
that's-
the healing
that's
central,
fate.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
is occupied.
That's Fate headquarters, basically. That's why we get that orbital strike and all that.
Yeah. So he's going to go, and then I'm going to go. So depending on, but then obviously burning, you either save these for another turn or another round, a future round, or you discard it and take an action. But you're going to be giving 1 every
The first
turn.
round.
At
So,
the-
yeah. I'm done giving those out right now until we flip over.
Once around.
well, Yeah, we started with some.
You good, Shell?
I'm gonna choose to react.
Choose react.
And I'm gonna take the abomination. Nope, over 1.
Do you have standard?
Oh, nope. There you go. 2 movement.
1, 2.
Start a fight.
Rah, rah, rah.
So is that a standard reaction?
Yes, it's my standard. One of my.
You're gonna roll equal to your
Don't like the way
shield.
this goes.
But
Okay.
you flip one of your.
I did. I
Okay,
split the reaction token,
okay. So it's a
and-
standard reaction.
And I move a monster 2 spaces and start a fight with the current hero.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what
So
I'm
you
doing.
say I'm going to roll 1 die?
No, your combat.
You still roll your current. The current hero takes the number of hero dice equal to your fight stat.
Yep. Okay.
Add 1+ die for each hero in your space. You don't get the extra die from your corruption unless you choose to take another corruption. Does that make sense?
No.
So, like, whenever you make any type of die roll, you can then, like, if you took another corruption right now, you would get that dice again.
And 1 defense.
And 1 defense. But you only get
It's
it
only
when you
good for
choose
that
to
one-time
take,
use.
Yeah.
You get everything behind it, but you
But
only
you-
Yeah, so
that's
not as.
no.
It's not an upgrade then.
All right, so I got
well,
a shield, two.
That's a good one. That's a good roll though.
Yeah, can't complain. So he's
But I
a
don't know that
3,
you can-
which I won't be
Oh,
able
you
to
won't
kill
be able
him.
to, yeah,
What's his
that's
attack value?
He's a 3/3.
Yeah. 3/3.
What did he get? I mean,
I
fist.
got 1 fist, but there was something special about this fist with the burst. Counts as a hit result. Also, manually get to roll an extra die.
Yeah. It's like our sword shield. Okay.
Then, do you have anything to cancel out tentacles? No.
No tentacles. I got
Okay.
basically 2 shields. Is
So
really
you
what I got.
canceled.
There's 1 built in, and then 1 I rolled.
Okay, so then you canceled both of them. You're gonna take a corruption.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
this could be bad. So you have to find the church place.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's it. And then
My turn.
Oh,
So I'm going to move here. Pick this up for free.
Okay. Now, of course, you
Move
move.
here.
so you'll
I'll
take
make
a
it suffer a
wound, yeah.
wound, and then move into that building. What's his face?
The controller.
Yeah.
So we have 5 wounds to start off with. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drop down my city thingy.
Okay. So you equip 2 cards.
you still have an action.
Yeah. I want to get my stuff though before I attack. So I'm gonna take the railgun. We automatically flip the next card over, right? Like during fights, brutality. Maybe I won't take that one.
Gain a fist during fights.
Actually, I think I want to take this one. +1 die to all rolls if I'm alone. Right now I'm alone.
A flamethrower. Ooh.
Find 2 or monsters in any of your spaces.
Group damage.
Alright.
Oh wait, one of my hits should have gone through. You were supposed to subtract one of those shields.
Okay.
So I'll
so
take 1 damage.
Subtract a shield
For my ability, when a hero fights alone,
Ah.
you must subtract 1 defense.
Can I have a couple of those dice, John?
So you had two hits.
Yeah, I rolled 2 fists.
You get lots of dice.
I get 4. I get 3 for my ability, or for myself, and then 1 for this.
4. I get
Against
5.
your controller, you get.
I get 4 plus the pentacle.
Yeah, that's gross.
Or was it alters? I don't like how this rulebook is set up. Okay, that's a pentagram token. Monsters will gain +1 for each pentagram. Okay.
Oh, and then I have to do like a corruption check for walking in.
Yes, you do, or I do. Corruption check. Sin player rolls a number of sin dice equal to the corruption tokens. If I roll a tentacle, you take a corruption. And I roll an extra die still if I have an extra die.
Can I
You
roll
take a
against it?
corruption. Nope, you don't get to roll against it.
Okay.
Okay. You would have blocked it if you had the proxy token with you, but you don't. So okay.
The rocks.
The little hooded guy.
It's not a hoodlum, he's a guy in disguise.
Yeah. The commissioner token in that room
that's
gives you
+1
+1 die. The proxy will prevent 1 wound from being suffered in a fire check or 1 corruption being suffered in a corruption check.
Okay. So they're useful.
Okay, so yeah, I roll 5 dice.
I'm going to auto take that then and get another dice +1 to shield. Doesn't matter. Or it does matter, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you'll subtract 1 for this. So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have 2 steps.
Yeah,
So you have 2.
Holy crow.
Ooh,
Okay.
I get to roll 4 more dice. I can make these whatever I want them.
I can see where you need extra dice in this game, okay?
So I got 1 dice, so it doesn't matter. So I get to roll. I guess I'll just re-roll these 4 then.
And then,
I got
No.
4 to make whatever I want.
yeah.
These I can make
So
whatever I
you got
want.
4
And I
results
gotta-
of whatever you
I don't have
want.
enough dice to re-roll.
Well,
so
that's
I'm
fine, but that one we said was worthless, right?
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
a skill.
so why don't you roll those 3 dice?
We know I have 4.
Okay.
I get to roll 1 more again. I got 1 fight, 1 that. Alright. And then we'll re-roll this guy. Well,
6.
6 results, so anything doesn't matter anymore?
This is
shield.
just getting ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get 6 of your choice.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want right now.
So I can make
What do you?
one hit's going through. I don't need to worry about that because I got more than enough defense, like right there.
Yeah. Make 3 of them.
So I can make
things.
3 of them tentacle blocks and I make 3 of them fists to finish your guy off for 4 fists.
Okay, sounds good.
So there.
That was an ungodly roll, and I'm like, holy cow. And you killed the controller.
I killed the controller.
Holy cow, man. Wow.
Couldn't have asked for a better roll.
No, I mean,
Wow.
6? Pick what you want?
Yahtzee off the bat, huh? What kind of reaction is she going to have to this
I know, right?
before I go?
I'm gonna automatically heal my wound.
Yeah.
In my turn.
That's that was pretty impressive, I have to say. So if I jump into here, I'm getting burned, and the altar doesn't do anything immediately, does it?
No.
I don't think.
And what did we say corruption was? Was it the tentacles?
It's the green
Yes.
one.
I'll draw an extra space for each altar there is. I'll draw an extra card at the end of the round for each altar that there is with no hero by it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're able to block them.
All right. So you have a reaction thing you're gonna. She's got clever cards over there.
I know this is a very basic mission, but I'm kind of liking this thing so far. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of be one of those things. How powerful is
Yeah.
the reaction capability of the sin?
I like the sword and wings thing.
Yeah, I figured you would. And there's no way to get rid of the altars, right? Or whatever this is, right? This.
I'm gonna guess not. But if you standing in it when it's her turn, nothing happens.
Those things, not the altar. Just
I don't think you can get rid of the
no, you
altars.
can't get rid of them, but you can block me from gaining an extra card if you're standing next to it.
Yeah, not gonna worry about that because
So, yeah, I don't know. There's 3 abominations. 3 abominations.
Okay.
Game fights in the same.
To join the non-ranged fight before dice are rolled. Current hero chooses one of his upgrade cards.
Right now, it's looking like getting rid of the pentagrams is an easier thing than getting rid of the abominations because they're too spread out.
so. We'll find out. So, are you doing anything, or am I
Not at
going?
this moment.
So I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay. For my action, I am going to move 2 and take a wound from this guy and go in here. That's my move.
Do you have to test for fire?
So, do we need
Test for
we need a
fire.
fire test of some sort?
1 die. And
I think
that doesn't do anything with fire.
Fire is different.
Yeah. Fire, you're looking for physical damage. The corruption, you're looking for tentacles.
Yeah, I believe that's how it is. I think
You just passed the page.
No, it's on this page. I don't like the rule book already. I can tell you that.
It
It
isn't where the symbol is, huh?
No, it's
Tentacle
not.
does nothing.
So yeah, it's if I roll physical on fire and tentacle on corruption.
Makes sense, right? I mean, you're not
So
getting.
nothing. You're okay.
Okay, so I'm here.
Yep.
I have an action available, and I can ranged attack into the same space I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thereby, which I will take a ranged attack as my action against
So
this
have to
guy.
roll still. Sure.
So I have 2 dice.
And you can take corruption if you wanted to, because you know you're in a space. If you wanted to, because you know you're in a space that you could heal it. If
I
you
get
want.
2 automatic fists on a ranged attack.
I'm just saying.
So
Plus
Roll the
1.
dice.
plus I get a dice. I don't know that this matters
It's-
because
you
there's
got-
nothing.
Yeah. You got 4 fists basically if you want.
Yeah, there's.
Which I don't get to roll against the ranged attacks.
So that's my action. Then I'm taking a.
Hold on.
Oh, you got a.
There was another thing about if I think it's only if it survives. Yeah, it's only if it survives. So you're
Right.
okay.
Yeah, you get to whack me if you survive. Then I'm going to take my city action right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no corruption. That's cathedral is
The
repair corruption.
Yeah.
But I get an item. Gain fist.
Gain
another one during
The
fights.
city stuff.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I know it's like way back over here somewhere.
Well, keep in mind your range is not fights.
Gain fist during fights.
Or is it? If it's in the same space.
Oh yeah. So if it's range, it's not a fight.
All right.
Okay.
I think, right?
No, it's not a fight. It's ranged.
So it doesn't help you. It's good for the vampire until she gets. No, she got a ranged weapon too.
Hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit. What does that do?
Cancel 1 success from fire corruption token rolls.
Nice. All right. We need an upgrade card up there, please.
Railgun. Another railgun.
All right.
So
That was Mike's turn.
we have 3.
3. All right. So now the question here is: we got 2 choices. We can clear abominations.
Reacting to Mike.
No.
Okay. Destroy 3 abominations in fights in the same round, which doesn't seem to be the good way to go because they're spread out right now. If all abominations are destroyed, the mission is also complete. And we're not fighting, we're ranging right now, is what I'm getting at.
Right. Fights are hand to hand.
Right.
Is
And
our-
the other one,
If they're all gone, then will you automatically get that one?
yeah, but you have to kill this one, this one, this one, and this one, and she spawns, right? So it's either you kill 3 in 1 turn in fights, or you destroy all
all
of them.
6 of them in one round.
No, just
Because there's 6 of them. You have to get rid of all 6 of them in one complete round by range attack. Or
no, it just says if all abominations are destroyed. It doesn't say in the same round. So theoretically, if we manage to just
but it has to be in the
can
same round because she'll respawn them.
them. Or the second one seems easier to me. Clear the hive. Remove 3 pentagram tokens in monster-free spaces. We have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here.
And there's
So
going to be another one next turn.
Right, but we have to destroy 3. It doesn't matter.
So you have to kill the 3
3
period.
total.
Not in
In
one round.
monster-free
Oh, well,
spaces.
and he can get rid of one of them right away.
Well, assuming she doesn't spawn whenever she spawns. I don't know when that happens. So
End of the
at
round.
the
End of the round, we
okay.
still have all these actions
Okay,
left.
so I can go in here, kill this guy, and try to remove the pentagram, for example, right?
Yeah, you have to cleanse the room to clear the pentagram.
Yeah,
Which you have.
but I can pick up this while I'm in here too, and
Well,
this stuff.
And repair
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever else. Yeah, okay, so, okay, let's go for the
We're gonna go
clear the
for-
pentagram.
Okay, so this moves down here, I'm guessing then. Clear the hive, yes? Or do I get an extra tentacle marker to put over
No,
here?
you move it.
You move
Yeah, that's the choice we made.
it. Okay. Oh, and I was supposed to move this because we had 1, 2, and then 1. They
Mission
click the
tracker,
cards.
but-
Okay, so we're back down to 0. Yeah. It was fairly easy to keep track of the mission.
Right, that was.
Okay, so then it becomes your turn.
Okay.
Alone in the dark. If the hero is alone, which you are, take 1 corruption, and I gain 1 reaction token back.
Okay.
Did you have to? You didn't have to spend a reaction
Nope.
for that.
I
Okay,
have
it's
to,
one
I
of
get
those.
to play 1 card per hero
based on
during the round.
Ooh, look at your corruption. Well, so there is one church symbol in there. Yeah, but there's also...
Yeah. So I'm going to take a hit for moving away from that monster. Come into here. Pick this up for
You have to... She tests this.
sure. This happens.
Test both of these.
No matter what, but...
Nada.
Okay.
Did you test both types?
No, the only one that gets tested is the corruption.
This never
and the
gets
fire.
tested.
That's not tested.
That gives him +1 to
yeah, it's
his
+1 to
die.
his
So then you want to cleanse the area?
No, it has to be a monster-free area.
Oh, you have to kill the
I have
monster
to
first.
shoot the monster
And
first.
it's
So I'm
plus
going
one.
John, do you want to save the extra turns so we don't have to use them this round?
Oh, okay.
My thought on this is that if we collect enough of them, we
Fair.
can have
I
a round where we just keep going and she doesn't get to do anything for a little
Right,
while.
and you can basically kill everything on the board.
So I guess I'll spend my action here to shoot to try to first strike this thing. Wow, this is dangerous, but because if I take that, that's extra dice. Then I go down.
Extra dice and a fist.
Yeah. Oh boy, and a defense. Oh, it's so bad.
Dice defense and a hit and
He gets all of them. He gets two. He gets two
three
dice,
defense.
one extra fist, one defense. But he's way up the track.
Yeah. Let's play it safer. Let's do 3 dice.
You need 3.
Yeah,
fistes.
I know.
Doesn't seem likely with 3 dice.
It's not. So what was the eyeball?
It's
Skill
a skill
check.
check for removing.
It doesn't help.
Stuff
So I just got 2 shields.
Well, you didn't take any damage, but you're gonna take a corruption.
See, that's.
Yeah. 3 dice to get 3 hits. This is no non-starter.
I was hoping for it. Mr. Sword.
Right? Wonderful.
It's a non-starter.
roll.
Really. Yeah. You have 50-50 to get a fist per se, but it's a little more than that with the extra
I get
dice.
an extra die because of this. Just in case. You never know.
Sword.
It was a fist, but no, that's
Okay. Your turn's over?
Yes, my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna react to that and fight you again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so you get your 4 dice. Or do you get your helper on all fights then?
I believe it's yes, I believe it's all fights until you drop it.
Alright.
Well, you defended against tentacles. That's a good thing to defend against.
Yes.
Because that's where your weakness is.
Aw, boo, I only rolled 1 fist.
That's
Nothing
okay.
else.
And I blocked it because of my built-in shield.
Alright. That is
Well, don't you get... He gets -1 defense for being alone?
yeah, but I mean you only had 1, but
Yeah.
that still just blocks well.
Oh, he has
He-
2 defense. He has
only
1
has
defense.
1 defense.
But didn't you roll?
No.
No.
rolled
I didn't
2
realize.
He has 1...
Oh, so then you take 1 damage. Okay. That's that.
You're teetering, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to get that action.
Next
I need
round.
to get this.
Next round.
Yeah.
Well-
Next round, I get it. And
Well,
I'm there.
can you... You can't take a city action while the place is occupied?
His city action has been spent.
Oh, that's right.
I have to get.
We've all
the
spent
next-
our city actions,
Yeah,
haven't
you
we?
have to wait till the end of the round to get your tokens.
Okay, over to Healy Boy over there.
At the start of this hero's turn, I'm going to draw a sim card and gain a reaction token for each hero that is alone, unless the heroes collectively take 4 corruption.
Not happening for me.
You can only receive 1 back, right?
No, it's at the end of the at the end of the round. I don't get any cards back until we replenish stuff at the end. So, and I get
Write the card.
What?
What did it say?
I get 1. Oh yeah, that's right. I get to draw 1 for each.
Yeah, as I was asking this
Yeah.
one. So
For
I'm saying you can only
hero
gain
that is
one
alone.
reaction, though, right?
Yeah, I know I can only gain 1 reaction, but it's more about cards for me right now. I need some more cards. So
So what
So
do you...
we
I'm
take
going
4
to-
corruption.
What are you getting if we do nothing?
I draw a sin card and a reaction token for each hero that's alone.
So she's
One
gonna
of
get
each?
3 cards.
cards.
And
she'll
3
get one
But I only
reaction
have-
back.
but I
Oh,
only
and
use one.
a.
Yeah, I've only used one. So I only
That's
one.
yeah. The way you worded that was you get one of each for each of us.
I would if
Yeah.
I had spent all the 3.
Yeah.
I would get them all 3 back.
So she's going to get to
But
draw
I'm
3
only
sin
gonna get one back
cards,
'cause I
and
already
she
have
gets
Oh, you're not
3
getting-
actions, but
you're
she
not-
No, I'm
can't.
getting
She's
any.
limited because she hasn't discarded enough
Yeah.
cards.
She only gets enough reactions equal to the number of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we're okay with you taking your cards, right?
Yeah, we're not taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking
the
4
4.
corruption because you guys have already voluntarily corrupted yourself.
It was worth it. I wiped the what's his face off the board.
Well, yeah, that was pretty cool. But so you've played a card on him, so you can only play a card on me now.
well, it's on every. If I reread this right, it's on every turn I get to play a sin card. So each of you have 2 turns. I could play 2 per hero, basically. But let me see.
But it costs you one of your turn tokens
No,
to
it
be
does
flipped.
not. It's not a reaction. It's a sin card.
Rather
So you get
thing.
you get 8 things to do every
Yeah.
turn.
Rather than take out that pentagram, should I come in there and wipe him out?
If you think you can.
I totally think I can because I'll get a +1 more dice just for being in the room
The
with you.
Sins player can play a single sin card from his hand during each turn. That includes the hero's turn and
I'll
its
put me at 5
and my
dice.
reaction to it.
I think you can do
Okay,
it. I think
so-
she's-
I can play.
Yeah, I got it.
2 in
I-
How's
there.
your
So-
corruption?
Only
Because
have
she's
3.
she's going to you're gonna test corruption in there.
I'm okay with that.
So your turn.
I'm
Move
gonna move over
one
to John.
boink.
Yep.
Take
I'm gonna roll
corruption
out.
test.
Corruption test. One
die.
corruption. You take a corruption.
That's fine. Then I get 5 dice, please.
I primed them for you.
Thank you.
Is it a fight or a range attack?
It's a fight.
No,
I
you
guess
have
I
a
can-
range attack.
I can do range, can't I?
Yeah, you
I'll do
sure
range.
can.
I didn't think about that. All right, 5 range. No dice for you. 4 fists. You're dead.
You totally did.
Okay.
Nice.
So then the question
See,
is,
we could have probably killed those 2 and done the other.
Maybe.
Well, 2 actions, I could just chase them all over the place.
the question
That's
is, do I
pretty
take
funny.
my extra action to try to cleanse that room now that there's no monsters in it?
You might. Okay, so it's over to.
Your
Yes.
reaction, Shelby.
So that was your complete turn. Now it's going to be over to my turn. So what do I want to get accomplished? There is that.
I mean, you can come in the room with us too and do
I could also get. Oh, there is that. Make a party of it. Make a party in that room.
Huh. Yeah, because it's +1 die for each person.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay. So anything happening
You
before
can
my
clean out the pentagram that's in there.
All right,
correct?
so-
Because we gotta get
Dink.
3 of this.
dink
All right.
corruption test?
Nada.
Okay, so cleansing a room is done
You're gonna
how?
roll your eyeball.
Skill. So you look at your skill, which is
Your 2.
3 for you, 2.
2.
And then you
And
get
you
plus
get
1
+1
dice
die.
for each of us.
So that's 4.
Double. I'll let her double check this skill check thingy to make sure we're doing this
Yeah,
right.
each other hero sharing the same space glance +1.
Perfect.
Hero may choose to take corruption in order to boost your roll. For each eye result roll, you remove 1 face-up token.
Shooting
Perfect.
for eyes.
2 eyes. 2 eyes.
You're shooting for an eye. He'll,
Well,
you
or
can
the sword.
get
Or the
both.
sword.
Yeah.
You're right. You can get both. Not a single one.
Nope.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
What was your guys' objective now? again?
So we
We're
have to
removing
remove 3
these.
pentagrams.
Oh, okay. I see.
Once we get rid of them, but we have to remove them while the room's cleared.
So
Right.
yeah, any reaction to that?
Wow.
Because I could take my +1 right
Well,
now.
yeah, we
and
both
try,
can
yeah.
and try to back that
Yeah.
up with and
Because that was good
That
shows.
I think
Huh?
I'm gonna take a reaction just to move. I want to move this abomination over to where this. Yeah, that. Yeah, keep it right there for now.
All right. So the question is, I have 3 eyeball. What do you have?
2.
So I would get
5.
5 dice. Let me try to burn this then. Let me try to seal up this thing. I need 3 more, please. No Mikey, no Mikey, no Mikey.
Eyeballs, there's 1. There's 2.
All right.
They're both cleansed out.
All right, so that gets rid of that.
And you get to move the little tracker.
And we move the
1.
tracker by 1. So we need 2 more, and we complete mission 2. Then the Avatar comes. Sweet.
So, are you going to take your extra action?
I'm waiting to see if you react to what he did.
I'm not.
Okay.
You are not.
It's a long shot, isn't it?
It's interesting. Yeah, 2 dice to get 1.
Yeah.
While there's you know what? I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna do anything?
I think she's gonna wait till you.
She reacts to the end of your turn.
No.
She can do a card.
She has reactions
do a
to
card.
somebody starting their turn.
Yeah, she's got cards.
I'm waiting to see if anything's happening before I go do my
you
thing.
can skirt here and
I know what I can do. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna move 2 monsters 1 space each. I'm gonna move the Abomination into that room and the Hobo from over there
To the center.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, okay. So
Let's put the fire out. and block this off so she doesn't get.
I understand what I can do. So I can shoot more than 1 enemy. If there's 2 in a space, I can kill them both, right?
I don't believe so because it's not a fight. I believe you're.
I think the flamethrower does that.
Yeah, okay. So, but if I choose to fight, I can kill more than 1.
Yes, you will have to fight both of them together if you're in there fighting.
Ew.
I hate this rulebook.
Yeah, but you would be rolling 5 dice because
If I can get
plus
it.
1 for each monster. Is the pinnacle will give you 1 for each monster?
Start a fight against. Oh no, it does hit both of them. Okay, to start a range fight, the hero needs to have line of sight to the targeted space.
But how you gonna do
Border
that?
between indoor districts and outdoor spaces block. Okay.
Yeah.
Range fighters resolve like any normal fight.
Okay.
If the hero rolls first and applies the result to if any of the monsters are killed, they immediately are removed from the board. If the monsters in the target space survive. So I think it's applied.
Yeah, I see. Then you strike back with what's left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you get. Question I have is, if both of them survive, do they both get plus 1 dice?
No, it's collective. So
it
So
is
that adds
just-
a die to the fight.
It just adds 1 dice to your fight? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can get 3 dice, 2 automatic hits.
See, I add together the fight
tempting.
stats of all the
It's
monsters
almost
in the
tempting.
space, and then
I'd
add
have to take 1
for each
corruption.
round. So.
It's almost tempting.
And you're down to 1 health. No, you took 1 wound.
I'm taking 1 wound. You're
Okay.
supposed to set them aside and put
Okay.
But whatever. However you're... Yeah, I'd have to take 1 corruption, and I'd have 3 dice with 2 automatic hits. No, I'll go here.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay, fire.
That's all right.
Take a damage.
No, I'm in a hazmat suit.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So what are you doing? Putting out the fire? Or?
Yes, I will attempt to cleanse that room.
Might as well.
Nope.
No dice.
Me
I
as a cleanser is just not
happening.
it's just not happening.
You have the hazmat suit. Why aren't you clean?
I would end up going, hey, this
He has a hazmat suit, but he can't put out the fire. That's all.
where's something that gives me plus 1 skill checks
So
right there.
I do believe that that's the end of our turn, right?
This
So-
becomes the end
well,
of the
it-
round.
My taking the extra action caused her to use one of her cool blocking spots.
yeah.
So
I
So-
can react, but I don't think
So
I need to.
end of the round, raise the apocalypse track by 1.
Reveal Apocalypse card.
Okay.
ooh,
Marguerite Unleashed, the
But
Fire Queen. When revealed, summon Marguerite at an unblocked nest.
well, that's
She's gonna be
not
over
not where I am.
Thank God.
Well, these are nests though.
No. Are they?
These are nests.
Yeah.
So an unblocked nest right there in the middle sounds good. If a hero is wounded in a fight against Marguerite, I put a fire token in that space. If Marguerite is defeated, she'll be removed from the game. She's a 4/4.
Okay. So, that's where all those red... I bet... yeah, okay. So all those red monster things are going to...
Yeah, the red monsters are...
So if I need to do something, I need to hit the restroom here.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go to the rest of the end of the round.
So creepy. Those are serious.
So, end of the round story task we just did with the Apocalypse card. Now I summon monsters. I take a number of dead monsters equal to the number of heroes in play and place them back on the board. If there are more dead monsters than the hero number, I get to choose which monsters I want to summon.
Right, so there's 3.
So, I'm going to go with these guys.
Okay.
And there's 3 empty nests. 1, 2, 3.
Which one do you want him on?
I'm gonna put him in the far corner, and then the other 2, it doesn't matter. So I did the summon monsters. Draw extra sin card. The sin player starts with 5 cards. At the end of the round, I draw 1 extra sin card for each space containing an altar token, as long as there are no heroes in that space. So I just get 1. Okay.
You're still
Okay.
at the station, John. Just
Then reset tokens. Each hero flips both of their turn tokens back to the active side. Heroes also take back their city action tokens from the board, place them next to their hero dashboards. Single player flips their reaction tokens back to their active side. Any extra reaction tokens I may have gained in the previous round may be discarded.
I gotta heal in here.
Okay.
I got 2 health left and way too much corruption.
You got to do a city action right there
Yeah,
before
I'm
you
gonna
go
have
and
to.
do whatever
Yeah.
else you're going to do. So monsters showed up all over the place, huh?
Well, yeah, she's summoned.
Then we go back to.
Do you get summoning them all?
No, it's number of heroes.
She
There's
got 3.
and then I got
So
those
she got...
No, I saw that she put 3 abominations out.
Well, a
So
controller
now-
and 2 abominations.
Now we go back to beginning of round, which was when I summoned 3 tokens, right? Based on the story thing.
Yeah.
I placed tokens.
Yep, so
out
3
in
tokens,
places.
1 of each.
One of each.
Okay.
Doesn't look like you got any restriction. Place the following tokens, each one on a different space. Those are your restrictions. Can't be
Different space. Huh?
different space.
We're gonna put this one here.
More defense.
And we're gonna put a fire token. Let's add more fire over here. And because she's fun, we'll put a pentagram there.
Okay.
Got to kill her to get to the pentagram there.
Okay.
All right.
And then we go back to the beginning. You guys have to decide who's going to be the starting player.
You want to stay there with the starting player and just
I
get your
can.
healing out of the way real quick?
All right, so
Before
who
she
wants the
reacts and
extra?
kicks you.
Yeah, who wants the extra? Who needs
You're
it?
going to go first? Is that
Yeah.
what was decided? Okay. Start of the first hero turn. Place this card in any space with an altar. If I end the round with 3 or more monsters in this space, I will raise the Apocalypse strat by 1.
Aha. Well,
I mean, I know they can be stashed, but I got to give it to somebody. So. You're hella crazy shooty, right? Because you get
Yep.
the SSO. And
Well-
there's a ton of monsters. I kind of feel like I'm going to give it to you to get an extra potential attack. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to do this first and foremost, because otherwise this is getting a little dicey. So 2 health.
and 1
One
corruption.
corruption. And then what to do? What to do?
There's no way out of that building without getting to a monster.
Yeah.
So
So I gotta shoot something, that's for sure. But what that something is the question.
Interesting. That's kind of... If you want to, clear a path...
I don't know where to clear it. She's a problem.
4/4, yeah. Yeah, or you have an abomination you can pop one or the other. Because these two would clear a path too to different places.
Yeah.
But
I got an abomination, I got a controller too. It's in the way. But that's, well, sort of.
Interesting.
Interesting is right. Or I could try to clear some tokens, but that's not, because I'm pretty decent at that.
Huh.
So if I come in here, I could help you get out of there without taking too much. Yeah, I'm going to take
2 fire rolls.
Potential.
And then cleanse the room.
And also block that altar from becoming a problem, potentially.
Well, yeah, that's the end of the turn. You might be leaving. See, doing it on your first action is not...
Yeah, okay, so let's try to clear a path for you then. Well, what am I getting here? I'm getting 4 dice to try to get 3 hits. See, that's not great odds is what the problem is. You know what I mean? And taking corruption puts me back to exactly where I was before. Well, you saw something I'm not seeing?
No, I'm just looking at what I can do.
I could go down serious corruption problem and potentially take on her.
Well, I would... Okay, if you want to.
Yeah, it's either I take a very crappy shot against one of these regular guys, or I... Alright, fine.
And you could let me worry about the red one. You can move into this space and shoot that one.
Yeah,
and then she won't attack you. You're not starting to fight.
She gets to react and eat me alive.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, you move into... If you're going to shoot this guy, you just move into his space and declare a ranged attack and hope you pop him. And if you don't, then she rolls.
Yeah. Yep.
Or... Well, yeah.
Yeah, because if I take that corruption, that's 3, 4, 6 dice to try to hit her.
Oh, I see what you're going at.
You get what it's dicey, but...
Wow. Well...
What the hell?
You can only die.
I mean, it's 2, 4, 6.
It's a ranged attack.
Yep.
A range attack?
Well, yeah.
Hopefully to take her out before she can do anything.
So that was 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 dice. I got an extra. I have an extra. I have an automatic success in there, and 1 shield. Okay, so there's 2. That's extra dice. Shields just in case. This is pointless. Okay, so I got 2 fists so far, and 2 results there. So
that's
all you need is 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that 4?
If you turn those to fists, does that make 4?
Yeah, it does.
She's dead at 4.
Okay. And when she gets hit, something happens?
She's gone.
She's gone.
If the
Okay.
hero is wounded in the fight, she would spawn fire, but she's gone.
Nice.
Now will I survive it? That's the question.
Well, yeah, there may be zombies and such coming out of it and all that, but you got that. And so you moved and had an action. Okay.
That was it.
Any Kickback is the question.
Yep.
So that was well done. You might end up dead.
Yeah.
Well, not dead.
I'll
You get up there, and then it's every corruption you take becomes a wound, right? So
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
that's why maxing it, besides the problem, you don't.
If it was an ongoing effect, it would be so much sweeter.
Alright,
That'd be
I'm
okay.
gonna-
Well, not necessarily. I mean, but
I'll
yeah.
react. I'm gonna move the captain over there in the corner.
The controller?
Yeah, the controller 2 spaces into your space to attack you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, do I get this? I don't,
You
right?
don't. It's only if you choose to suffer it right. Suffer another one right now to add all that stuff.
Okay, so it's just going to be 4 dice for defense.
So this is it's a fight too. So if you get enough fists, you can kill him. It's a fight.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
get to roll 2 extra dice.
That's not good.
It's...
Oh,
I am dead.
Mr. Skill person whiffed the entire thing.
So I rolled 3 fists. So subtract 1 because you have a 1 shield, right?
So 3 hits.
So 2. Well, because you have a shield, right? You're on your sheet. You're
Are you-
But I subtracted 1.
But don't.
Oh yeah, because you're alone. So never mind. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 and then 3 corruption. And
Which
let's
is
roll
dump
any-
dump
1,
dead.
2.
It's only 2 because you have a block right there.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's it.
So I'm at max.
Wow, one more of anything and you're dead.
I understand. And not much I can do about it.
Okay.
I knew the risk I was taking when I killed her.
And I already played a card for your action, so I can play another. Alright.
My turn.
So, yeah. I don't think it would have made any difference. What's the power on this guy?
It's a 4/4.
He's a 4/4.
That changed
Yeah,
my
wouldn't
thought process because I was going to move into that room and see if I can wipe out those 2 guys.
The problem is that's too central. She's got too many things
Yeah.
she can bring to bear.
I'm going to choose to play this card at the start of your turn.
Okay.
You get to choose. Either you take 2 damage right now, or I choose one of your 2 upgrades to flip over, and you can't use it the rest of the
I'll
round.
take 2 damage.
It's less of a
I'm just
problem.
going to heal.
Yeah,
It's
it's less of a problem.
fine.
Well, you'll heal 1.
Yeah. But then on my next turn, I'll heal the other one. At the end of this
One
round,
per turn.
I have the potential to get it all back. Oh.
Yeah, there's the O is right.
How does your attacks work on us if there's multiples of us in a single space?
If
You
there's-
gain a defense. You get
Yeah,
an
you
extra
get an
die.
extra die.
It doesn't
If
change
you
her. It
have
gives you
another-
an extra
yeah.
die.
No.
No,
If
no.
she attacks us.
She's talking about 2 of them.
No. If I was to move here and
Yes.
you did a reaction at some
You
point
get
to
an
attack
extra
us,
You just get an extra die, and you're part of your roll because there's a ally there with you. So even if I'm attacking you, you still gain that extra die.
I know,
you-
but
you
what if you
attack
can
both
you
of us?
No.
can you pick who you attack?
I can only pick the current player.
You're
Okay,
reacting
yeah.
to that
So
player.
yeah. So it's
I was
whoever
wondering if it
is-
was the same as because if I went to that room, you get to do both of them. So I was wondering if it was
Yeah.
the same other way
No.
around.
Oh, so theoretically, I'm just sort of safe until I move again.
Yeah.
Oh, you could move into there and fight that
Yeah.
person, and you get +1 dice to whatever you've got
But she can't attack him again until his turn
No,
anyways.
I can't.
till his turn.
Yeah. So I think I do want to move into
So potentially, I can cleanse one thing on my way out.
Well, no, if she gets a start a turn thing and takes you out.
Yeah, that's that.
I think I want to move in the room and see if I can kill those 2 guys.
Okay.
And I'll take a wound.
You wanna-
for even- It doesn't matter. I'm taking
Yeah.
one wound either way.
All right.
from going
And a
through.
corruption test.
Okay, corruption. I roll 2 dice. Corruption. And nothing.
Nothing. Cool. I'll throw my city thing down again.
Quit some cards.
Yeah. 2 more monsters in my space.
And defense, maybe?
This one. Fight in my space.
Don't potentially your skill if you wanted to try to seal that gate.
I can't do it on my turn.
No, I understand. I'm just...
Three, 4, 5, 6. This would make 7 dice for this attack.
You get to use all the weapons?
Yeah.
There's nothing on there that says you can't.
There was no limit. To
Swiss Army knife
stuff.
weapons.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of cards that are like, just have you destroy this or flip it over
Gotcha.
for the round or whatever, so.
I think my sword chick should actually have a sword. All these guns.
There's a card you need.
I don't know what it does.
In your mastery, at the start of your turn, you can raise or lower your corruption by 1.
Oh, heck yes.
Have the dice, please.
Yes, you may. How many do you need?
All of them.
Okay.
There's going to be arranged.
Yeah. So I get 3 for my thing, 1 to all my rolls since I'm alone. It's 4 plus 2 because I'm fighting 2 creatures, so it's 6, and then plus 1 more to all my effects in my space. So 7 dice.
And you need them.
1, 2, 3. How big are you guys? 3, 3, and 2,
3
2,
and
right?
2, yeah.
So I guess it doesn't matter if I change that one. I'll change it to a defense die, and then I got 3 defense total, and then I'll kill the bigger one.
I think it kills them both.
No, it's only 3 damage.
Yeah, I think they do their own defense separately, if I'm reading this correctly.
Huh?
Against my roll.
Alright. Blah blah blah, line of sight, blah blah blah, don't care about that. A ranged fight is resolved just like a normal fight, and with a few fundamental differences. The hero rolls first, applies his results. If any monsters are killed, they're immediately removed from the board. Then if any monsters in the target space have survived. So I think you just choose, like, if you let's say you had 4, they're collectively 5, so you choose, where the damage would go. That one.
Go back to the other part about fighting, because I might
You
have
also-
more clarification on that.
You get to retaliate with your guy.
Just why I took all those defense dies.
So,
But it's different, so
what's your plan attack, Mike?
this only tells me how I fight.
Well, I
them.
was gonna
So
do
that's
what he
the
just
one that
did,
remains.
but-
It doesn't really tell me, like...
Been saying about multiple.
Well, other than adding,
Although
you
I
add
can
them together in
pass.
the
I
same
don't
space
know.
to
You
roll
think you
dice,
can take him
but-
out?
I might.
Can you
don't
just
think
roll
I
dice
have
for who's
to.
left then?
Yeah, I guess.
She can react to that potentially, but
So, okay.
You need 3. Because you got a pentagram over there too.
Roll another one. That's, I'm gonna say if. Okay, roll another one.
Jeez, stop rolling. Nothing.
So I rolled 4.
I've got 5 shields total minus 1 for your
Okay,
thing, so
so then-
I blocked it all.
Then you still take corruption.
Yeah, that's fine.
and this guy's dead too. Then is that what we figured?
No.
out?
No.
Okay.
Something
We decided
for
that it
bunch of
was like
swords,
you
yeah.
add, you like say he rolled 4, you would then apply it to which monsters you choose. Yeah.
I was hoping to wipe them both out so we could
Yeah.
clear that room again.
Yeah, well,
It's alright. That's me. You got any reactions?
You get to heal one.
Oh yeah.
most definitely do that. Your corruption is usually a
Can
problem.
fight you back. I will react. And I'm going to once per round summon a dead hobo, which I have one, to join a non-ranged fight before dice are rolled. The current hero must choose one of his upgrade cards and turn it face down until the end of the round.
Actually, no. Because you're putting another monster in there, right?
Then
Yep.
the room-
Yes.
That gives you ranged ability, though. If you turn that, you will no longer have ranged for the turn.
That's fine. It's a fight anyways. I don't get
That's
to
till the
choose.
end of round. So
Oh,
Yeah.
until the end of the
your other
round.
turns.
You lose your ranged ability if you flip that one. So she threw it in the room.
Had to join that fight, yeah.
I think I want to leave. You want to jump into this room here. Where I'm
I'm gonna do the
at.
railgun.
The fire might kill me, but
There's that. So I could
and I can't.
I could
can't,
cleanse and leave.
I
then.
can't leave right now because he's gonna kill me if I leave.
Well, all right. So there's okay. So
See what I'm
it's,
saying? Yeah, it's,
so you're Well, because I could use the
I'll make that a
room,
fist.
but
So
then
I've
you
got
won't have
4
access to
fists.
it.
Well, I don't have access to it anyway.
You could go to
Yeah,
this
you
one
can't
free.
that
I
option.
don't have access to it
No,
because
you
I
can't.
use my.
Oh, you used it already over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and
Never mind. Okay,
yeah.
so I can gain an item and go do something to somebody.
yep. I mean, the best I can hope for is you kill that guy. That way, maybe I can move out and not take a hit
so
and
the
die.
effects of the hero go first, and then the effects.
So
die, or
that would be
I
plus
hit
1
you
dice.
first, and then you hit me. Because of the effects of the hero go first. Okay, so what's your
Gain a fist during fights. So
3 total. so
ranged
2,
is a
'cause I'm
fight.
alone.
So you gain
Okay,
another.
so
Ranged
So I
is
think the
not
dice
gonna
too.
take
damage.
Yes, she read it.
Block 1 corruption.
Ranged is a fight.
So
And then
about
you
the
do 4
only
back,
thing,
yeah.
unless she reacts and
Both
brings
of them.
monsters in
They're
here,
both dead, John.
if you kill that one, I can potentially.
No, I understand.
Okay, there we go.
Ouch.
You killed them both.
Yeah, but he took.
I also took 2 damage
a lot.
though, and a corruption.
Yeah.
So you're hovering at death's door also.
These initial heroes may not live to see daylight.
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah, I get it.
So it's me.
Yes, sir.
But she can't attack me anymore.
Well, she can't. When you
Yep.
go there, she
yeah.
can.
That's alright though.
If you have another action, she can. Same
have
thing
to-
when it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
around to John's turn. Yeah, so it's my action, so I'll flip an action token. And I think what I want to do is hit this city thing here. So the sequence of taking corruption for if I take it at the beginning of turn voluntary, I get it for the entire turn?
You can only take it during a fight.
Only fight. Okay. That's not going to happen. Because I'm going here first before I have the fight.
Yeah, you choose to take the corruption right before you roll.
So,
Another ice blade.
so that's that. I'm going to leave 2 fires.
1 damage.
Nope, hazmat suit. Come into here and range attack that guy.
Okay.
Okay, so plus 1 dice there, so it's 3 dice.
Plus 1 for John being
Plus 1 for John. Boy, I suck at rolling.
Yeah,
Yes.
You got there. That's 4.
barely. But she
I
got
turn this to a fist, makes 4.
Ay. Thanks for making me sweat again. Reaction, Miss Shelby?
Nope.
So if I go now or he goes, we both try it, but
You
my
have to
chances
go.
are better, I think.
You have to go. You have no
Yeah.
choice,
Otherwise-
which gives her a reaction
Yeah.
capability.
Well, this guy's gonna die anyway. So, all right, we're going to try to seal this. So it's 3 dice
Plus 1 for
plus
John.
1,
Plus 1.
2, 4. Is that it? This helps him fights, right?
Yeah.
And corruption, right? Plus 1. Oh, no, cleansing too?
It's during fights.
Only fights.
Yeah, fights.
Fights only.
Just looking for an eyeball. I'm not asking for much. Come on.
Yes. So that's.
So that's 2. You can have your silly token back. It's all yours. And
Well, that's. Oh, hey. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's 2 corruption rolls.
It's 2 corruption rolls.
Which will give him damage.
The only safe room right now is right there.
No, there isn't a safe room because the problem is I'm going to get assaulted and mauled. I'm going to die.
So.
Yeah. So
Well, you can stay where you're at. You get 1
Yeah,
from
die
me.
bonus, yeah.
yeah. No.
It's either that or you
Yep.
retreat into there and get mauled in
Yeah.
there.
The corruption. I forgot about the corruption. All right. Okay.
You can't go where there's any tokens. You'll roll.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna stand here in the open and look pretty until I die. I mean, I'm clinging on to 1 health and max.
She has
corruption.
only, what, 1 reaction?
One
Standard
reaction.
reaction plus a card.
Well,
What
a
card's
card
on
for
my
each.
turn?
It can be for each of you because you both have a.
She only do the card at the start of the turn.
I get a card. I can play a card per each of your actions.
Right.
Around. So yeah, and also my reaction.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm good for now.
All right, so my turn.
Yeah.
Ooh, you survived that.
For now.
For now.
For now.
All right, cast some dice, please.
He has no more actions left, so he's.
Yep.
Thank you. So I'm gonna try to cleanse my room. I get 2 for my
Yes,
eyeball
please.
and 1 to all my rolls.
Well, here comes the big guy, though. But
No, I only get 3 for this kind of stuff. Come on, eyeballs.
Yep, there it is. That's
There's
an
one
eyeball.
One eyeball.
One eyeball.
Give her the pentagram.
Let me
that
guess.
completes our
That
track.
completes our track. Mission progress goes down to 0. Summon the avatar.
Okay, I don't really know how this works yet.
And I'll tell you what we have to do now. Destroy them all. Since player marks 3 monsters, number of players, destroy all the marked monsters. Marked monsters that are destroyed may respawn as normal but are no longer marked. So she's got to pick 3 monsters. Does that make sense?
okay.
3
To
of
be the
ones
guys
on
that we
board.
have to kill. Yeah. Now, debatable. I'm guessing because summon the avatar happens before the mission assignment, she can potentially mark the avatar as something that we have to kill in order to win the mission.
Okay, maybe.
Sin player marks number of players monsters.
So basically, I guess the avatar probably just comes in as a normal summoning, goes on to summoning space
Yeah, that's what I'm
where we're
making
not.
sure, but it seems like that is the
The
case.
problem is that it's a 7/7.
No,
I get how bad it is.
it can spawn right there where the heroes are. The heroes don't block its summoning. It's the other monsters that can block its summoning. So if there's another monster in a space where there's a nest,
So the heroes block the
monsters
altars.
block, but the heroes do not block the summoning spots. So it
Oh.
can summon right there and go. But I'm trying to make sure that that is what I'm supposed to do. Or if the avatar has a special summoning rule, because this rulebook is not.
I'm going to go grab a drink while you figure that out.
So we need to be a group of 3 when trying to put 7/7 on.
Absolutely.
It doesn't look like it has
That's
any
your favorite.
special
Josh,
rules.
can you unpull a Coke Zero? on that tab and just
22.
grab it for me? Thank you.
No, not Abomination. It is a avatar. It still says page 22. Okay.
Well, she did well. She's gonna die, but she did well.
Yeah, so far, so good, but
Problem is, her death will move us one more on the apocalypse.
so is it in the scenario?
It's just it summons wherever it summons them. It summons on any.
Yeah, it just says summon the
So
Amazon.
general summoning rules.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any in the back. I'll check, but no.
20 and page 11. Let's try that. Page 20.
Oh, well, here's the guy with 4 combat dice.
Yeah, well, you might be coming on the more.
And the werewolf form is 4 combat dice.
If an event calls for a monster to be summoned on the board, number of summoning rules are followed. Okay, so yeah, it just goes
See,
on any nest.
Now that I know how this game plays, her power is actually kind of cool. Thank you.
Yeah, sort of. At the end, it's one time at the end of your turn.
Just being able to,
Can't do anything about the avatar
no,
or the special characters.
but
I mean, the avatar's just a big monster.
But you get it out of your space if it's in your space and you're
right.
yeah, potentially. But yeah, it's useful. I don't think it's all that woohoo, but just my opinion. So
All right,
it's going to be my turn.
where's this avatar coming?
You can come in right on your guys' space. Why not?
Splop, 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 splop.
Jeez. All right, so tell her what else she has to do.
Okay, so that was some of the avatar.
Yep.
That's it. We have to pick the final mission, destroy them all. You have to mark 3 monsters. Destroy all of the marked monsters is our victory condition. So mark 3 monsters. If we kill it, it's still respawnable as normal, but it's not marked once it comes
I
up.
know, I saw a rule about that in here somewhere. Here we go.
Can't
Marked
choose the avatar.
tokens. These tokens are used to mark all sorts of different effects throughout the game. When an effect tells you to mark something, you just play the marked token on it. Since there's 4 different colors, Each should be marked different in a different color. Okay, cool.
Who do you want marked? I'm guessing the farthest reaches of the universe would be my pick.
One here.
With this guy?
Yeah.
Alright, he's marked.
And we'll make the guy next to him. Why not?
Really? Okay.
And then we'll go all the way over there to that hobo because
You
I
can.
like it.
Okay then.
Jeez. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
put him on top of him so we can see him. There we go.
I want to be able to see him.
Yeah.
Okay, so this all is happening on whose turn?
This was literally, we just cleared the mission, so.
That
was the
cleared
end
at
of my
his
turn.
turn.
End of your turn.
So you can react to the end of his turn.
So nothing happening in his turn. The end of his turn.
No.
The only one with action left is you, Mike.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Uh-huh.
No. We're good.
Run away.
All right. Well,
Sorry, John.
Alright. She sacrificed herself to try to get the mission along, so that's
She
fine.
was a good leader.
She did good. She's corrupted us all hell, but
Most people in a
With
position of
some
authority are.
touche.
so I would take 2 damage. Actually, only 1.
Let's see what you're trying to do.
All right, starting my turn.
Flip.
What's going on?
Nothing at the moment.
Move.
1
damage.
plop.
Range attack that guy.
Okay.
Okay. You must destroy your, one of your upgrades or take a wound. Okay.
No chem suit. No hazmat suit.
3. He's out of here.
Okay.
1 on the progress marker.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is cake, guys. We're gonna be.
Well, I mean,
He's right behind me, isn't he?
you're going down, but that's,
There was
okay,
no.
so that was my turn, my
Still
option
you if
for an
you want.
additional turn.
She can react to that if she wants.
Yeah, it's going to be my option for an additional one.
Attack him.
So you know how big he is, John. He's
How's the
behind
nuker
you,
work?
left to you, right of you, over you.
Nuker? That's
You
this
move
thing.
it
Move
2
it 2 spaces.
spaces
You
and-
can't
yep.
nuke one of those. You can only nuke one of these guys. I remember her reading it. Yeah, you can't nuke the special characters.
What kind of a nuke is it? It's a
already had
pebble
that
from
thought.
space. Bing!
Okay.
It's a nuke.
We don't have any of that available at the moment anyway. So that's
I
interesting.
can't move a space where there's a hero. Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna attack you with the hobo.
Attack me with the hobo. So you gain range. +1 if you already have ranged. +1 dice if you have. That's interesting.
I wouldn't consider it a ranged fight.
No, I understand that. That's really weird, though. They should have worded that better.
Yeah. Agree.
You want to go corrupt too, Mike?
What do we got? A hobo?
Yeah, he's a 2/2.
Okay, on. Yeah, why not? Let's see if I can get rid of him. Well, I've gotten rid of him, but I'm going to roll 2 dice just to see what I can get for defense and other good stuff. Okay, so I only need to change one of those to get rid of him as a 2, and I'll change the other one to the defense that I'll lose, and I have 2 defense.
Alright, so you
Or do I need to block a?
No, I rolled 2, so that's 2.
So he's done.
Okay. And then that's all of my reactions.
So I think what I want to do with my extra action available, I think this is totally worth it. Because I'm going to take the extra action. I'm going to move 1 and grab that counter, and then into the room and shoot that guy.
Okay, corruption, but you won't take one.
Yeah, well, no, I don't have the hazmat suit anymore.
He does the same thing as a
guy
hazmat
does the
suit.
same thing.
Oh, yeah, he does the same as the hazmat suit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got 3 dice.
He takes advantage for you, doesn't he?
For what?
For attacks or fights.
Mhm.
Or is it just,
No,
the
it's
hazmat?
just one for fire and one for
All right, so 3 dice.
one for fire check, one for corruption check.
Come on, baby. He's dead, and I got 2 freebies to do whatever I want with.
It's a
Range
That
attack. Range attack, yeah.
Right, no, Mike.
Hey,
Yeah.
number 2 on the objective victory thing.
Nice.
Aha! So giving me the extra action actually paid off big time.
Alright, so are we at the end of
The round.
round?
Yes.
The end of round, yes.
Okay, so this did not work. It comes off the board.
All right. So the first thing, maybe raise the apocalypse track by 1.
We're going
I
to do
get
the end
to
of round
summon
stuff
the-
first, right?
Huh?
This is the end of round stuff, starting with
The
that.
start of the
Oh,
round
I'm
is when she
sorry,
was
sorry.
yeah. Then raise it by 1 again if any number of heroes were killed that round. No, I managed to survive, so we're good.
The Sins player may summon an additional monster each round, so I don't know the 4.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Okay, then
That's all right. There it is. Ignore everything else. Just go get this thing.
You got a subway ticket?
other stuff going on there. Nothing. Okay, I get 1 extra card.
No cards for you.
1 card.
No cards for you. He's still right behind me, isn't he? Okay, just check. I got no health, max corruption, this gigantic thing breathing behind me. Leah, you're not going first, babe.
I get to summon 4 monsters.
Or, let's see what happens.
I get this guy.
You can't summon in a room with a hero, right?
It was in a nest where there's a monster already. Nothing with the heroes.
There was something that the altar was blocked at, but I don't know what, like a hero
Or card
block.
draw.
She would have got 2
I
cards,
would've
but only got
two
1.
cards,
Okay, cool.
I
just can't remember what it was.
One. That's 2, and then we're gonna.
Everybody gets a bonus hero,
Right?
bonus monster.
Everybody gets a bonus monster. Looks like my only 2 options are there and there.
Okay, so
Everybody flip their tokens over.
I can possibly end this right now.
All right. Do you need my extra action? Is the question.
No, I have to go first.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to activate your
No,
ability.
that's fine. I don't have a
I
problem.
have to go first.
Mike's got a grand pan. You want to
Hang
see
on
how?
a second.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm going to wait to see what.
Reaction. Hold on. There's something here underneath the reset tokens part of the end of the round.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It says removed any marked token from the Acolyte board, as well as any other marks that should last for only 1 round. Was that only 1 round, or do I pick a new monster, or does it not say that? Okay.
Since player marks X amount of monsters, destroy all the marked monsters.
Okay.
Marked
just
monsters
checking.
that are destroyed may respawn as normal, but are no longer marked.
Okay, just was checking. After that, then when all that is done, players are ready to start a new round. Play continues round after round until okay.
So the first thing you do at the start of round, place the following tokens each on a different space. So you get a corruption, a
Yeah,
fire.
I'm going to try to survive this move and end the game.
All right.
Place those in the spot with the marked guy over there. Because why not make things hard for y'all?
Yeah. Harder.
Okay.
So
You make
did
it as hard as you can.
Did you
I'm-
put 2 over there?
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Can't put 2.
Put it in the one next to it.
It's gotta be in a
the
different
corruption,
space.
not
The corrupt?
the altar. Corruption.
You want
the
it-
other one.
Cor-
Other target token. There you go. Right there.
Alright.
Thank you.
All right. Start of my turn. Action. Anything happening?
Hold on. Maybe.
Pum, pum,
Possibly.
pum. Get out of there, Mike!
Hey, I'm taking the subway over here and shooting this guy.
Yeah, well, I understand.
And I'm taking dice rolls. I get to prevent
If you're gonna corrupt, now's the time.
Well, I don't have to worry about corruption. It's damage.
Nope, I'm not doing anything
Well,
right this
the corruption gives you extra shield too right now, so that's kind of why. If you take a voluntary corruption.
No, I'm there's a lot of rolls that she's going to be making on my pathway here. I'm leaving one of each to start with.
So take a wound.
I don't take anything. She rolls.
Nope.
Oh, from him. Yeah.
Nope.
And then I'm going to leave him.
Blocked from the thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And here I am. And then I'm ranged attacking this guy. He's automatically dead.
You don't say. Yeah, 2.
2 kill shot.
Well, he's got the pentagram gives her an extra die.
It's her roll, but she's
No,
not.
it's a range
Roll
attack.
if he's ranging.
It's a ranged
That's
attack.
A little broken. I hate this. Okay. No, I don't like that. We should still. I think it's only fair if you're still rolling against each other, even if it's ranged, but giving it some sort of other advantage.
Sure.
Like maybe it blocks defense or something. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Unless some of your
You're
monsters,
dead!
unless some of your
I get
monsters
2
had range
automatic
too.
fists with a ranged attack. Kill shot.
The ones we've seen.
So.
That's our third guy.
I didn't die, but he's still behind me.
It's like I could have teleported the big guy over there to join that fight,
Yeah.
but it would have made no difference. If
No, because
they're allowed to
really all you
choose
want to do
where the
is.
damage goes.
Yep.
Right.
So,
John,
yeah.
didn't she hear it's over?
Yeah, it's like, look, dude, we won this one. See you next time.
That's the question about ranged attack being used in the same space as the monster.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked that rule to start
there was
with.
no. I mean, it didn't say. That you could.
Yeah,
Because-
the thing with this.
Do we want to save this for the after?
Yeah, we can, but I mean, all I'm saying with that ruling would be that, like, when you look at these spaces, they're huge sections of street. You could theoretically do a ranged attack, and the guy's across the block, and
Oh, no, I understand you're not
Yeah.
standing next to him for the retaliation in this. But if you had moved the big guy there, if it wasn't the end of the game, he would have splattered me
Yep.
Yeah.
for not being
True.
killed.
Right.
So, yeah, but that doesn't change the end of the
We
game.
may have saved the world, but we didn't survive.
I presume we win as soon as we hit our objective.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's...
And not have to survive retaliation.
All right, we're going to stop this. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to resume in a few seconds to give you our thoughts on this game.
And this is the basic game, so
Yeah.
this one isn't that difficult, it seems.
So we're going to stop now. Bye. Thanks for watching.